Because if you think about it, where are the undies going to go? Like, what are you laughing at, Meryl? I'm being practical here. What? No, I'm just saying, if you cut the top off the undies and you've still got them on, they're not going to. How are they going to go anywhere? They can't go anywhere unless that's the only thing you're wearing. So that would have still been perfectly serviceable.
Why are you wearing undies at all?
Well, whatever the point of you wearing undies is, they're still going to sit in that spot.
They're not, because they're baggy and they'll slide down. What are you?
Yeah, but they can't slide down because you've got the crutch of the pants that you're wearing over the top, holding it in place.
What's the point?
No, I'm just saying, I wasted a good pair of... Well, they weren't actually a good pair of undies. Oh, Meryl. Anyway, it's only like $1.50, because, as I say, I think it was a 7-pack for $7.50. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're so funny.
I can probably still get them out of the bin. They're probably still in the bin. Okay, today's story involves my undies. These are my undies. Now, what have my undies got to do with an episode today? What are you looking at, Meryl? I'm talking about my undies.
Yeah, good on you.
Meryl thinks I'm weird. Okay, particularly the waistband. The waistband is important in this story. Now, why is my undies and the waistband important? Okay, I'll get back to that. I've made a few modifications to my camera, the camera that is being used right now, my vlogging camera. I was getting a lot of flare on the lens and the sound wasn't so good, so I've made a few additions to it. I've put a anti-glare filter on it, which is supposed to reduce the, I'll hold it up here so you can see in here. Okay, so it's got an anti-glare filter on the front now, and also I've saw on a YouTube video that if you put this little hood thing around, you get even less glare. It doesn't completely eliminate it, but you know, glare from lights and the sun and stuff like that. And the other thing I've got here is a thing on the end of the microphone. It's an extra microphone that plugs in the back, and this frothy thing on the front is called a dead mouse. Big professional microphones have big furry things on the front. That's to stop, you know, wind noise and, yeah, when you're moving along the air, rushing across the surface of the microphone, and they're called dead cats because this is a tiny one, a small one. It's called a dead mouse. So you put that over the outside, supposedly reduces the noise from the wind and everything. So we'll see if these modifications actually improve the camera. Right. Now, also on the bottom of the camera, this is just a standard tripod. I had it sitting over there before. You just sort of open this up and sit it on things, and because it's got bendy bits, you can bend it around holes and pipes and stuff like that to sort of hold it on round things instead of on a flat surface. And then when you're sort of walking around, if you're sort of, you know, doing a vlogging thing or whatever, you sort of hold this and you can, you know, point it at what you want to look at, or you can point it at yourself like this and, you know, and talk to the camera and then point it at the subject and whatever. It's quite a handy thing, so it's a dual purpose there. Okay, back to the undies. Now, inside my shirt here, you will see I have the waistband of my undies. Look at that, see the undies waistband? So what's happened is I've got an old pair of undies, a crappy old pair of undies, and I've taken the cut the top of the undies off, the stretchy bit, there's another pair there, and used the top as a place to plant the camera when you're moving around. So what you can do, this is my invention, I'm going to patent it, so, you know, but anyone's welcome to copy it if they want to. So when you're moving around, stick that in there, right, holds it in place, do your buttons up, and you're good to move around hands free. Look at that. I'll just put this button on over the top here. There we go. Now, hands free, camera, beautiful. Now you can actually buy chest mounts for vlogging cameras, or action cameras as they're sometimes called, which has got a complicated thing, straps and all that, clips around the back, the whole lot, and the camera sits on the front. It's a big complicated thing that costs about $50. And even then, if you wanted to just use the camera handheld, you've got to disconnect it from this thing that's strapped around you. Not a good idea. With this method, not only does it work just as well, and all you've done is trashed a pair of undies, but then when you want to use it normally, you just pull it out, off you go. You're back into normal vlogging mode. What do you think of that, eh? And the other thing is, which I'm regretting a bit now, is that even though you've cut the waistband off the undies, I trashed those undies after that. I mean, I probably paid about $1.50 for them. You know, you get the 7 at Target for $7, 7 pairs for $7 or something. I reckon I could have still used the undies. What do you reckon? Because if you think about it, where are the undies going to go? Like, what are you laughing at, Meryl? I'm being practical here. What? No, I'm just saying, if you cut the top off the undies and you've still got them on, they're not going to. How are they going to go anywhere? They can't go anywhere unless that's the only thing you're wearing. So that would have still been perfectly serviceable.
You're wearing undies at all.
Well, whatever the point of you wearing undies is, they're still going to sit in that spot.
They're not, because they're baggy and they'll slide down. What are you?
Yeah, but they can't slide down because you've got the crutch of the pants that you're wearing over the top,
but
holding it in place.
What's the point?
No, I'm just saying, I wasted a good pair of... Well, they weren't actually a good pair of undies. Oh, Meryl. Anyway, it's only like $1.50, because, as I say, I think it was a 7-pack for $7.50. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're so funny.
I can probably still get them out of the bin. They're probably still in the bin. Okay. Meryl thinks that... But what do you think of this general idea here of putting it in there, like that?
Yeah, I guess it works very well for you.
See, look at that, hands free.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Good on you.
Okay, all right, well, today's Father's Day, so we're off to my daughter and grandkids' place for a brunch. So I might try this system out and see how it works over there as a bit of a test. So are you ready to head off?
Yep.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Now, lift is broken, look at that. So we've got to take the stairs today. Oh, my God. Oh, it's a bit gloomy in here. I don't think this new system's going to work very well with the motorbike. See, it's quite low. It'll be looking through there, but that doesn't matter. Probably be alright on the push bike, because there's no screen there. Hey, have you got a scooter as well?
Yeah.
Has that got a motor on it?
Yeah. Big motor.
How, wow, how cool. Is that yours?
Yeah.
So you got a scooter with a motor and a push bike.
Yeah.
Do you think you deserve all that?
Yeah. I'm getting like upgraded versions of everything.
Oh my God. When I was a kid, I was lucky to have a busted pair of roller skates, and you've got a motorised scooter.
I don't even think
That's incredible.
I was busted pair of that were busted.
Well, we had to make them actually. You had to put them together and make them somehow. Anyway. But no, that's very good. So how fast does it go?
Watch me when I go.
Okay, yeah, give me a demo. Wow, that's pretty damn good. And how long can you ride on it for? Does it last a long time?
Probably about a week, and then you have to charge it.
A whole week from one charge?
About 20 minutes a week, a day.
Yeah.
For a week, and then you have to charge it.
That's
pretty good.
That's good. That's probably better than our e-bikes.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really good.
Very good. How long have you had it?
Oh, about since my birthday.
Hey guys. Hello everybody. How's it going?
Are you filming?
What do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, there's still a few from last time. You haven't eaten them.
I've drunk one.
Drunk them, I mean.
But I thought, oh my god, who's this lady?
Wow.
She's like half the size she was last time she was here.
And she's also sporting some new accessory. Can you see her new accessory?
The lipstick?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Because that
bell?
featured this week. Yeah.
And anything else?
No,
The acting video?
no.
Georgia, can you see anything different on Meryl?
No.
Is it Meryl? Or is it some other lady?
I think it's Meryl.
The hair?
No.
Gee, you still can't see, hey? Ta-da, new glasses.
Oh, I don't notice glasses. I wear them all my life.
Well,
I'm not
obviously,
going to notice anybody else.
obviously you don't notice
They're
it.
awesome. But thank you for not noticing, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I said, glasses for me.
Happy Grandfather's Day, Poppy.
Oh, thank you. That's great. I appreciate it. So what do we got going here? We got sausages. Okay.
Who's making pancakes?
And what's in the pancake, Georgia? Tell me.
Butter, sugar, flour, eggs,
Ah, and what's
baking soda.
Milk.
Yeah, milk.
Vanilla essence.
oh, very good.
For Poppy's birthday, I made pancakes. Oh yeah, yum. Yeah, I quite often do that too.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and what's in the sausages, Celeste?
Pork.
Okay.
We've got hollandaise sauce.
Yeah.
We've got some berries. About to put some eggs on. We've got some English muffins, so we're going to do some eggs Benny.
Ah,
Do you like eggs Benedict?
sure.
Sure.
All for me, hey?
All for you. Well, and David.
Yeah, but it's Father's Day.
I know.
Yeah.
So what's he though?
Oh, okay, well, both of us do. Yeah, okay, that's a point. Yeah, good point.
Yes.
Well, happy Father's Day, Dave.
Thanks, mate.
Have you tricked anybody with that?
Yes, I have. I
you-
tricked Lucas.
Oh, okay. Good, excellent.
Yes, it is excellent.
Let me see if it still works. I'll pretend that I haven't seen it before. Oh my God, what's this? This is a box that says stop. Give me a surprise. Don't open, don't open. Watch out. What do you think I should do? I know. I'll open it anyway. Ah! Okay. It still works.
So I made a game with it's like a haunted house. Then people touch it, then it's actually real. I
Ah.
think it's actually not real. Then they get poisoned.
Oh my God. So that was a good present, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I bring you good stuff, don't I?
That is good.
Now, the other thing I've got on here is this thing
So
here.
much work.
No, not really. You buy it, and then you put it on, and I just trimmed it, made it a bit smaller. It was a bit bigger, and I just cut it with the scissors to make it a bit smaller.
What is this?
And this thing here, now this is a,
Cardboard?
well, yes, it's, around the outside is cardboard, but then there's a square bit on there, which you buy. It's a filter, a glare filter. It stops the glare of the sun, shining on the lens a bit.
You got a pom-pom.
I've got a pom-pom. Now, this pom-pom is actually called a dead mouse. Because, yeah, I've discovered this. I didn't know all this. Dave would know all about dead mice and dead cats. You know about the dead cat.
about dead cats.
Yeah, well, the dead cat is for the big mic. Well, the one for the little mic is called a dead mouse. Yeah, so anyway,
Mouse. Why is it called a dead mouse?
because it looks like...
Poppy's about to explain it. Why don't you be quiet?
Well, when you buy it, it's all furry, like about the size of a mouse, and I just trimmed it back a bit to make it smaller. So anyway, and so this thing stops glare, and you're right, Ollie, the bit round the outside is made of cardboard, and that's to stop the glare even more. I saw that on YouTube. Now, so I've made a few modifications to the camera. There's one more modification to the camera that you might not be aware of right now. but it's my invention. Now, this is an action camera, right? It's used for, doing action things, like if you're on your bike or your scooter and you wanted to video stuff, but you don't want to have to hold it in your hand.
Like a GoPro.
Exactly, that's an action cam, as is this, a different brand. Now, what happens with action cams is often you want to be able to have hands-free. So what do? Hands-free. Well, you bolt it on your helmet, you do various things. One of the things you might want to have is in the front here, like this, about this height, and you can buy this harness thing that you put on. It's like got clips on it to clip it. Well, the harness costs about $40, and you have to clip it on, you clip it around, clip, and then you clip your camera onto the harness, right? $40, and then you can do what I'm doing here. However, you don't have to do that because I invented...
I don't have a button shirt, so I can do that.
I'll show you. I'll show you here. You're going to be amazed at this. Check this out. Inside here...
Oh, you've got the strap.
And what is this? What do you reckon that is?
Quickie bro, whatever I can see.
It's actually the top of an old pair of skanky undies. You know how undies have an elastic waistband around them? Well, I cut the waistband off the undies and put that there, and it holds the camera.
Except it won't go smaller. It'll stay at that size.
No, well, that's right. It's around me, like undies. It's a waistband of the undies, right? And so the other thing is, the other ingenious part is, unlike the one that you pay $40 and it's strapped on, with this, you just pull this. It's free. Well, the cost of the undies, but if they're going to chuck the undies out, you get 7 pairs for $7, so it's about $1. You take this out of here, right, and then you've got your normal tripod, which is you hold this as a thing to hold while you're walking around doing your
thing. Stand it up.
And then you can just stand it on stuff, right? So without having to, with the other system, you have to unbuckle it from your $40 thing.
Really cool.
Clamp it onto something else to do this. This way you just go straight from the other, transition, no problem.
But can it hang on to
I've got a
like
similar thing, but yeah, I paid the money. It's just not normal for me, but I did. I paid the money for a
Dad has one of those things in the study.
Yeah. So you're actually vlogging now, Ollie. Knock yourself out. Do what you want.
See, look, I put this.
To put stuff in
Yeah, I put this little pouch for when I'm running.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Your phone or your keys.
Yeah.
Now, I have this coolest thing, and I call it an e-scooter. Now, how do you work this thing? Oh, I see. Okay, I call it an e-scooter. Well, that's what it's called. So it's called this because it has a motor. So the E stands for electric, the big motor. So I can just twist this throttle and then it just goes zooming off. But it isn't zooming now because it's off. Well, that's the good bit. And who's that? Whatever. Anyway, subscribe as much as you want, people, because this is a subscribing channel. There's like 1,000 subscribers. This is a popular channel. Even though it may not be true, just click the bell and you can see all of our latest videos. Hey, it's Oliver here, and by the way, this is Cranky Boomers just hanging out. I'm Don's grandson. Unless you've seen the Oliver video, very exciting. I love it.
Dad, can I have your undies somewhere else?
If you give them to me, I won't forget of it. That's important. I'll put them in my pocket. It's only the top bit, Lucy. It's not the skanky bit. It's skanky bit.
I don't care. It's all still associated. It's all associated. Just clean.
Oh, I didn't say. So we got a story to tell you about. Yeah, we do. The event that occurred yesterday, that bizarre event that occurred yesterday, we had a little interaction with a female police officer.
Sergeant.
Oh my God.
Unexpected it was. Now,
As they all are.
now when we go to Indooroopilly Shopping Centre, I don't know if you know the front of Indooroopilly Shopping
Can we just
Centre.
make sure that this story still provides at the end of it a respect for our emergency service?
Well, you can be the judge of that. Okay, I'll leave that to the observers to make that assessment. I'll just give you the facts.
He's not behind bars.
Yeah, I'll just give you the facts and you can decide. Now, out the front of Innisbilly Shopping Centre, the main entrance, Mulga Road there, you probably don't know, but there's a big gas station just before you get
Yeah, I know the one.
And there's a crossing, where you go across. Now, what we do is we put the motorbike in the area there where the push bikes go. It's actually on the land of the shopping centre, and there's usually push bikes there, but there's plenty of room for the motorbike as well. So we just stick the motorbike there. Now, we go into the front, we do our thing, in there for an hour or two, shop, lunch, come out. And when we leave, because we're just up the road, instead of going all the way down, round, whatever, we just go across the median strip there, because it's really low, like it's only maybe not even a centimetre high there. Most median strips have got a bit of height, but this one's practically flat. So you just wait for a gap, come out of, where the bikes are there, across the median strip, and then just home, like it's a really quick trip, maybe 600 metres.
Yeah.
If I went the other way, it'd be at least twice that distance. So
I'm still
anyway,
listening. I'm just in the kitchen. Yeah, carry on.
so anyway, this is what we did. Now, yesterday when I did that, there was a cop car, a unmarked cop car,
The Kia ones.
just
Oh,
sitting,
it's
the Kia one, just sitting,
Illegally.
illegally sitting just next to that BP petrol station, right? And as soon as we went across the median strip, off go the lights, right? And this cop car does an illegal turn, comes out of that little road and comes in behind me, which is illegal there. There's no real illegal place to do that, but she did it anyway. But I, of course, was technically illegal too, because when I came out, I went across the median strip.
And the footpath that she said.
Oh, the little bit's about like 5 metres of footpath, not even that, maybe 3 metres of footpath to get onto it. Anyway, so she follows me along, the lights going and all that. And I look around and I went like, me, like that? And she, yes. Anyway, so I tried to stop initially at what I thought was a safe spot. No, keep going. So I had to go down a side street.
Payne Street.
Yeah, and out she gets. Now, here we have this, how old would she be, 25, 30?
Oh, no. She had eternity rings on, so probably 40.
40?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Anyway, obviously they don't need to stay in good fit condition, these
Oh,
police
that's
officers.
mean.
I'm just painting
that's
an
mean
accurate
spirit.
picture of the scenario.
They are required to maintain.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Well, they don't.
Well, this one
required
definitely would not be able to run down a 5-year-old child that had a stolen lollipop, I don't think, because of her basic appearance, right?
She was a traffic cop, so it doesn't matter.
Anyway, so out she gets. Now this
That's why she is a traffic cop.
And she was on her own.
That's pretty
on
normal.
her own, yeah.
Is it?
Now, this woman, she comes up. Now, I'm trying to give you an accurate presentation of her appearance and her demeanour. If you imagine someone like Vin Diesel, right, in a movie where he's chasing down bad guys and he's really angry, put a Vin Diesel personality into this woman that I've described, and this is what we've got.
Yeah,
Okay.
she came at us.
So I'm there, and she comes up like this.
Where's some of your recording?
No.
Anyway, she comes up with the hands on. Actually, Meryl, you be the Vin Diesel
No,
cop.
let's not. Just talk.
Well, you can play that
No,
part.
I can't.
All right. So Vin,
No,
you
you
weren't
can't.
there.
You weren't there.
So Vin Diesel cop comes up to me, hands on hips, all bolshy and aggressive. Now, do you think I'm here because I saw you crossing the median strip illegally and decided to pursue you? Or do you think I'm here because there have been complaints made about you on a regular basis, leaving this spot and crossing the median strip on several occasions?
Really?
This is what she said. And I went, well, I'm guessing by the way you said that, it's probably the second one. And she said, correct. And then off she goes,
She was cruising past, saw you biked it, and went, I'm going to sit here.
No,
and bloody wait."
this is
she
right.
was waiting.
That's what I mean. She saw it and then went, he's here, I'm bloody waiting.
It was a stakeout, because I questioned her after it was all over. I was being really, because she'd be nice, right, in case they let you off lightly or whatever. Which
You
she
be
kind of,
nice and never admit to anything.
yeah, that's right, yes. So, was that a bad idea? Oh, yeah. Now, do you see why this is dangerous?
No, not really.
No, my head. But oh yes, in talking to her. Mind you, what she did was like 10 times more dangerous in her legal term than me crossing this little bit of median strip. And oh yes,
The police don't have to obey the law in pursuit of the law.
That's ridiculous.
They don't.
No,
They
they do
don't.
not.
No, they don't.
What?
no, but do they have to create a more dangerous situation than the situation they're trying to fix?
That's in their judgment as well.
Yeah.
It's not what
Anyway, I'm just saying all the right things. Yes, here's the license. Now, at about this point, I don't know why. Maybe she just realised that I was some old fart and it wasn't a problem.
Yahoo.
Yeah, her whole demeanour kind of dropped down to
Slid down to the next door neighbour.
hey, put it down there.
She slid down to the next door neighbour talking.
Yeah, like a normal kind
Normal
of thing
person.
that you would.
Yeah.
Now, in my head, before she did that, I felt my little brain was saying, say her, why are you being so aggressive and bolshy? There's no need for this,
I know,
right?
and in my
This is-
head I'm going,
Shut up.
don't say it,
Oh, that's
don't
right.
say
Well,
it, don't say it.
fortunately, sensible Don did not actually verbalise that, but that's what I wanted to say, right? And I held back. Anyway, so then she's nice, friendly, next door neighbour cop now instead
Did
of.
she give you a ticket then?
She did. She said, "No, I will give you a ticket." I said, "I could give be." And
I
this is
could
it.
give you this
I
one.
could. You crossed a
Medium.
footpath.
Mediums.
That is an offence. And she said, "I'm sure. Apparently, this is not the first time you've done this. Is that correct?" Yes, that's right. Okay, so there would be CCTV footage in the BP service station.
No,
That if I wanted, this is
one
what she
every
said.
7 days.
Yeah.
That if I wanted to,
Dave.
this is what she said. though.
Working.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, I'm sure I
It's
could
new,
go
brand
back
new.
through the CCTV footage
And I
back
could
into Vin
look at
Diesel,
everything.
right, and see that there were
Anyway.
several
Just try
offences,
it.
Yeah.
right, that I could charge you with on each occasion. However,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that this message is getting across and that you won't be repeating this. Oh yes, I won't be repeating that. All right, so I will be fining you today, however. So anyway, she comes back and says, what I'm going to do, it's an $80 fine, no points, 0 points. I felt like saying, for fuck's sake, give me...
All of this for $80.
Well, that's what I said after it was all over, and she finished the lecture, and she said, "So you won't be doing this again, will you? Have you learned, that your mistake?" And I said, "Well, yes, I won't be doing it again. But the reason I won't be doing it again is not so much the $80 fine, but the idea that you and your police car have been sitting there for like."
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half, and I asked her how long she was going to stay. She said, I was going to stay here till 2:30, which was about another hour. Because she said, I believe you can sometimes leave at 2, depending on the person that...
If you've been to see a movie or something, you
That's
don't
right.
know.
So this was 3 hours of a cop and her pursuit car sitting there in a Vin Diesel stakeout situation. How much would that cost?
Waiting for you.
Waiting for me, this 68-year-old fart, to cross the median strip and give him an $80 ticket.
So did you explain all that?
Well, I said to her, that's what worries me the most, and that's why I won't be doing it again, because this is such a waste. This must be...
What about the people having heart attacks or giving birth or something?
Well,
They do
I-
some
There's the
traffic.
police, who cares?
Oh, okay.
And she said, I'm a traffic person and I only do traffic. And I said, so I'm just amazed that I'm so important to take up all this time and resources. So that's the reason I won't be doing it again, because I don't want to waste that much resources again.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, and she was...
Did she see that point?
Well, she
No,
said,
I think so.
well, then she tried to say it was about my safety. Well, the reason is that we need to keep you safe. What you're doing is very dangerous, and this is about your safety.
Your safety was fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she was there for a 3-hour stakeout in her $70,000 cop car to keep me safe if I went across the medium street. Now, that's the story, Celeste. Now, was that... what do you think?
That's fine, I guess.
Did I unfairly portray our police services?
I just saw what you said.
I don't know, I wasn't there, and I've really only got your story, so...
No, it was accurate. That's accurate.
Was that an
And you
accurate
saw that.
representation, Meryl? Yeah.
No,
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I've got something to show you.
Have a look. Poppy's got something to show you.
Come in. Where's George? Is Georgia there?
Georgia, Poppy's got something to show you.
I should get this on camera because this is so good. Okay, now I've got something for you guys.
Oh, it's more.
You're going to be disappointed, So just be prepared.
Yes.
I miss negative.
Manage expectations, McGregor.
Yeah.
Expectation management.
See, told ya.
What we have here is we have what appears to be rubber bands.
Which are rubber bands.
Yes.
These are special
Wow.
magic rubber bands. Oh, you want me to show you why they're magic? Take a couple out. Just for example here, right? Magic rubber bands. Okay. One rubber band. There we go. Now, we've got two rubber bands, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to be on each other like that.
Yeah, you can't get them out, right? Try this, try this, try this, try this, whatever you do. I stuffed it up, I think. Try this, try this, try this, try this. Now you say, Poppy is great. They're the magic words. Say the magic words.
Poppy is great.
Did you see that?
Do it again.
Okay, all right, we connect them up. All connected, right? You got to keep trying to find a way to get them reconnected. Keep trying, and then you go. Poppy is great.
Yeah, I think I know how that works.
Okay, that's enough of that one. Then we'll move to the next one. Next trick. Okay, trick number 2 with these magic rubber bands. Right, what's this? What's this? What's this? Right. So here's another rubber band from the magic box, right? Okay, now we put. Hang on. So there's the magic band, right? Right, here we go. Hang on. Takes a lot of practice, right? It'll be right. It'll be right on the night. Okay. What's this? What's this? Here we have a rubber band around the finger, right? Rubber band around the finger. Say the magic words.
Poppy is great.
Say that.
Went through his thumb.
How about that?
Okay.
Final trick.
I've got it.
Yeah, go.
I don't do it.
That's what you said you got it. Of course you know.
Not quite, but now, okay, sort of. Now, the best trick for last. Meryl, we borrowed a ring from Meryl, but it could be anybody's ring, right?
Does it have to
This
be
is
a
the
ring?
best trick, right?
Does it have to be a ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see. Magic rubber band and magic ring.
Magic
What's this?
rubber band, magic ring.
How about that, hey? The ring goes up the rubber band.
Yeah, I know how you do that. Oh, well, I'll show you.
Okay, you show me.
Up, Oliver, up.
It's not going up, is it?
How do you?
Well, it's 'cause it's
I know how
magic.
that one works.
Hey, they have to actually teach us.
Which one do you want to know first?
This one.
That's the easiest one,
That's the
okay?
easiest one.
Okay, what you do, you put your rubber band.
Dad's just getting his ring.
Watch Daddy. Watch Poppy.
Let's see if your dad can do it. Did your dad do it?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Okay, so what you do is you put it in, you make sure there's lots of rubber band hanging out the back.
Mom, can I borrow your ring?
No, use this one. Use this one.
No, you can't.
They will work with any ring, any ring.
I need to go along.
Yeah, you can use this one, right? So you make sure there's lots of rubber band left, right? Now you
That's
grab,
it.
yeah. So then you grab this and then you stretch it out really tight, right? Stretch it out. You watching? Watch. So you stretch it out and then you start at the bottom. Now what you do is, see how there's all that rubber band left over behind? So you slowly lift that bit behind out and it looks like it's going up, but it's actually stuck to the rubber.
Ooh.
Oh, tricky.
Thank you, thank you.
Only took me 4.5 hours of YouTube videos to get that sorted.
4.5.
It did take me a few goes though.
I can swim backwards.
Take a look at this, Molly. Yeah, look to the phone, to the camera, tell you what you do.
What's it looking at?
And there you see it right there.
I was just about to flip him and I thought it was outline on our pool cleaner.
Yeah, it's really good.